Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Welcome to the world of magic and miracles. I can only smile when I start to speak to you each time. It's great to be here. Everyone celebrating the approaching holidays, the new year. It's a beautiful energy. I'm always most excited, notwithstanding this time of year, to see and experience the transformation of another, even myself. But to see another, it's like a parent seeing their child start to recognize things that may have been expressed to them with great patience. And because all of us are that child at some point, because none are exempt from growth and change, everyone is being waited for. And everyone who steps into the reality of who they really are produces an opportunity to celebrate. Everyone moves at their own pace. Some are like the tortoise, some are like the hare, but it's all relative. Because even though I might think I'm moving quickly, there's someone further along who says, you're moving too slow. And even though you might be thinking you're moving too slowly, you might be moving very quickly. So there's an acceptance and an allowance for everyone as the ultimate waiter is our Creator, who waits with arms wide open, with great patience, as we sometimes think that we may have arrived. Most times, the hardest thing to do is to let someone else go and find their way, to not hold a judgment against them, even as they begin to see themselves. We all have to surpass judgment of others and just as much judgment of ourselves. But everyone is moving. None will be left. And we all, most times, fail to see our own deficiencies as we look outside of ourselves and see others. It's your own journey. Run your own race. And the consequences that come because of that are perfect for you. But no one should find themselves out of how the Creator sees another. No one should lack the patience and the compassion that they desire for themselves. This is freedom. This is magic. And within each person's journey, we have There's Another Way. We have your personal supercomputer. We have simply the magic of life. As we get on top of the wave and we see that change is always coming, to take everybody to an awareness where how they see the world and how they see themselves begins to shift into a place where they see everything through the eyes of their Creator. Love, compassion, self-awareness, authenticity, freedom, and more. Every day is a graduation for somebody. Every day is a celebration for someone who discovers the magic of life and the magic of who they are. Once you know, we are receiving constant and continuous upgrades to our being here in the physical world, delivered to us through the circumstances of our life, each revealing, taking you further into the world of your Creator and the world of you as Creator in this physical world. Every revealing, every upgrade produces a moment of euphoria, a moment of self-reflection, and then, unfortunately, most times, a moment of interpretation. And it is that interpretation that stops the movement, dams the flow, for it is interpretation that makes fools of us all. So as quick as you can, eliminate the interpretation and just keep moving forward. Eventually, you will move past your interpretations, which are a natural reflex of the mind. But the sooner you can step away from that interpretation and an analyzation, the sooner the next thing can be revealed. There will always be that moment after a revealing where you feel you've been taken into a void, a space between the old you before the revealing and the new you after. It is typically in this place that analysis and interpretation find its fertile ground. But as you become more aware of this process, you will bypass that space and leapfrog into the place of receiving more. And more will come. More will certainly come quicker and quicker as you simply listen to the messages that are trailing the incredible feelings that have come from what has been revealed. In the end, all that you really received was a feeling and then a knowing, too massive to fully transmit through words that would try and describe something that is brand new and that changes how you see the world and everything in it. This feeling is clearly outside of the auspices of the mind, the brain, and all their mathematical computations. Yes, what those things provide are also of great value, just not in this moment of revealing something that is originating from outside of the physical world. All of us have within us this nature to understand, a curiosity that should not be diminished in any way, but the revelation of something new and the feeling that it brings are so intimately tied together, leaving no room for the pursuit of understanding. Think about the song, "When the Moon Hits Your Eye Like a Big Pizza Pie," that's amore. When you meet someone and fall in love, there's a feeling. That feeling is connected to a revealing of something about you that seems to encompass your past, all your past lives, your present incarnation on the planet, and your future, all that is coming for you. This and so much more are all received in that feeling. And in that place between the old and the new, that still, quiet place, that void, we question, we doubt, we analyze, we beg to understand. Why me? Why now? What does this mean? And what should I do? And then it passes, and we just accept the feeling, that beautiful, one-of-a-kind feeling, and that acceptance makes way for something new. And within that new, maybe some form of an explanation for what you are experiencing, but more than likely, it will be just another feeling connected to a revealing of something extraordinary. Each time we have these upgrades to our awareness, we have upgrades to our body and our total being. We start to remember and we start to know. And it is from this new place that we now live and speak. For with each new revealing, no matter how small, we move closer to the world of our Creator and to ourselves as Creator in the physical world. And what we say and how we live reflects that new place. Once we know we can change the direction of a hurricane, we live and speak from that place. Once we know we can speak positively to our body and it will heal itself, we live and speak from that place. Once we know that we don't have to eat vegetables or protein or drink a certain amount of water, walk a certain number of steps a day, and still live to any age that we want, we live and speak from that place. And once we know that we are one with the source of it all and that we are our own creator in the physical world, having the ability to change and create anything, we live and speak from that place. This living and speaking cannot be fabricated. It cannot be borrowed from another. It must be yours and yours alone. Therefore, the key to all that I have just said is know. Once we know, not once we believe, not once we think, not once we hope, not once we pray, but once we know. And the knowing comes with every revealing, for each revealing comes with all the necessary ingredients to remove the doubt that you are your creator in the physical world, and that you are above every concept, every belief, every fear, every scientific knowing, all knowledge, all reason, and all logic. Just imagine yourself living on the earth at a time when it felt like you were the only person alive. No internet, no television, no social media, no science, no doctors. You would speak out from somewhere inside of you for the things that you needed, the things that you didn't understand. And in the silence of a world that just had you in it, you would receive an answer and you would move forward with a new awareness simply by speaking a question into the heart of your creator. That channel is always open. if you can tune out the now 8 billion other people, the internet, the television, the scientists, the doctors, and everything else that is vying for your attention. Now you can see that it is and has always been just you and your creator. And the first thing he or she will say to you is that you and I are one, and I am in you, and you are in me. What I do, you also are able to do. You are your creator in the physical world. Now go and create. And remember, at all times, think of me, nothing else, and nothing else. That is the solution to everything. I am always with you from the never beginning to the never ending. So much has been revealed to each one of us, and day by day, step by step, we move closer to the remembering and then knowing of who we truly are. Now I am beginning to feel as though the me that you can see in the physical world, the me that you can identify with, the me that has a story, a history in the physical world, is simply on autopilot, being and doing what is necessary to do and be for those who are connected to that me. But the me who is the larger and grander part of me, the me who is the creator here in the physical world, is beginning to open his eyes and see that he is able to change everything in the physical world. He is standing right beside the other me, but his awareness is the awareness that is in command. And as the other me is feeling the shift, it is giving way to the power, authority, and freedom of the true me. In essence, we are becoming who we have always been. And all the strings that have held us attached to the person that we think we were, the person that people told us that we were, and the life we built to be that person are dissolving right before our eyes. This is the grand revealing that I deliver to you today. You worked so hard to build an image, a brand, to match the identity that has been created. It's told you what to say, when to say it, how to be, how to smile, how to say, hi, how are you, how to dress, how to look, how to even know how. But the hold on all that is slipping through your fingers, and even though you might try, you can't grab onto it. So you are just being, having moments of, did I just say that? Wow, that just came out of my mouth. You didn't have to evade the censors that control what you say this time. They just packed up and left as the energy and vibration got too high. And the sheer shock you felt as the freedom is the beginning of what is coming for all. It may at first feel frightening, for you will feel that you are no longer in control of what you might say or do, but that was always the problem. We tried to be in control of every detail, every possible scenario, and it exhausted us, for it was never what we were supposed to be doing. Go back to that little child that you were. You didn't control anything. You created everything. Control is connected to fear. Creation is connected to love. Empty the chambers of your guns that you have used to control your life and go back to the playground and create. You are returning to the you that you always were, and you are not alone. Now run along and play. I'm a dweller on the threshold, and I'm stepping through the door. I've transcended all the darkness. I'm not gonna wait no more. I have seen without perceiving. I have been another man. Let me pierce the realm of logic so I know just what I am. You see, I'm a dweller on the threshold, and I'm stepping through the door, 'cause I've transcended all the darkness. I'm not gonna wait no more. Feel the angel of the present in the mighty crystal fire. Lift me up, consume the darkness. Let me travel even higher. I'm a dweller on the threshold, and I'm stepping through the door. I've transcended all the darkness. I'm not gonna wait no more. I'm gonna turn and face the music of the spheres. Lift me up, consume the darkness when the midnight disappears. I will walk out of the logic. I will walk into the light, and I'll sing the song of ages, and the dawn will end the night. I'm a dweller on the threshold, and I'm stepping through the door. I'm choosing magic and miracles. I'm not gonna wait no more. 'Cause I'm a dweller on the threshold, and I crossed the burning ground. Once you know it's where you live from, let the great illusion drown. Celebrate everything, every growth, every change. Love, magic, and laughter, but mostly laughter. Thank you for listening once again. I am David.